Hey Nuggets, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see, it's a new hairstyle tutorial on Procreate. So I was doing a wig yesterday and I was like, I need to do a new tutorial on Procreate. So I picked a hairstyle like this one, as you can see on your screen. I am going to try my best to make it look similar, and I really wish I could do the colors the same as well, but I'm just going to do one plain color. And also the brushes I'm going to be using, I already explained how to download it in my other tutorial, so yeah, you should go check that out. I'm going to put a link to it, and yeah, let's get into the video. So the first thing that we're doing is making a new layer, obviously, and then the brush that I'm going to be using is called Hair Base by the brush set that I always use for doing my hairs on Procreate. I don't know why I didn't show myself picking the brush, but I'm just going to show a screenshot of what it looks like. It's literally at the top when you get it. So what I'm doing is the hair base for before we start doing the actual ponytail and stuff. A mistake a lot of people do with my mannequin is that when you start off doing the top of the head, you don't like make the layer of the mannequin invisible to make sure that you have properly colored everything at the top of the head, because if you're gonna be sending off a file of your wig to someone and you didn't completely do the rest, then it's gonna look weird, isn't it? So a simpler way to do it, I'm gonna show you, it is just lowering down the opacity of the mannequin so you can see all the bits at the top that you missed. And because this is the hair base and I'm not going to go back in and do more edges, this is just a natural look of how I want my hair to look like afterwards. Like, I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the end, but right now this is basically the hair base and the edges all in one. So make sure you're not having your hair so thick at the front, because it's the front, so it's gonna look really weird. So it should look like this. You can keep going and customize it how you want, but now the next step is what I said before. I'm gonna lower the opacity of the mannequin so you can see all the bits that you still need to go over at the top of the head. Now when you're done, you can go back and put the opacity back of your mannequin, and then the next step is doing the little ponytail thing. We're gonna start off by doing like a tall circle-ish at the top like you see in the picture, and then we're gonna start doing the curls and getting the shape the way it looks like in the picture. So obviously this is fat, so yeah, I'm gonna be using the liquify and push it in to look straight and the shape I want it. And if you're not getting how you want it to be, you can just go in settings and just change the size of the motion pushing it in. Now we are gonna do the curly ponytail. So we're just gonna be doing one side and then duplicating it to the other side. And to make it more fuller and stuff, we're just gonna be using duplicate. And yeah, you're gonna understand more seeing it more than me explaining it. So I keep overlapping the curls together. Also, it gives me an idea how to do the curly detail when I get to that part. So then when I've done all of this, I duplicate the layer to make it look more filled in and not having those left out bits you can see right now. And then after I've done that, I put them all together and then have it flipped over to the other side. After duplicating and merging those two, I look in closer to see what I need to take off, like the little bit of hair poking out that looks odd. Oh my god, I hate screen recording on my phone. I need an iPad. Anyways, it did not show me flipping over the layer of hair and putting it on the other side the first time, but good thing I recorded it doing the second time to make it look more filled in on that other side, because in the picture it's more filled in on that side. So like, yeah, when I'm doing it, I use liquify to push in all that bit of hair, because if I just moved it to actually go in like that, it's gonna be all pixelized and lose the quality, and I hate that. I don't know why that happened to Procreate. They need to fix that. But yeah, just use that method. And yeah, and I also use that method to make the other side look shorter than the other side, because in the picture one side is longer and one side is shorter. So the next layer that I'm going to be doing is filling the outside bit area, and then the next thing we're going to do is actually start doing the curls on the hair. I totally forgot. So before we actually do curls, the next step is doing some little strands around the hair so it doesn't look as stiff as it does right now. And we're going to be using the brush that's called Kaluli 2 and around the hair. So it comes out really big when you first use it, so you just need to like put the size down a little bit and then go around the hair. I really thought I recorded doing this part, so I'm going to show a picture of the brush that I'm using at the moment, and you should pause the video right now so you can copy the pattern of how the hair looks like at the moment. And yeah, hopefully throughout the whole video it's not skipped like this, promise. And yeah, so just make sure it looks like this, and you're just going back and forth using the eraser and making like a little fade going on. And I know that as you're doing it, it's gonna look weird, like I don't see any curls, or it's looking like curls going on, it looks messy, whatever. It will look right, you will see. Also, I've used about 3 layers right now. So the first one is when I did the top bit, and then the second one is the little swirly 2 swirls I've done right now, and then the third layer is me doing what I'm doing right now. So make sure you use different layers because you're erasing and creating like a fade effect on each curl. So you got to make a new layer so you're not going to accidentally erase off a different part of the curl that you already did. I can't really keep explaining what I'm doing at the moment. I already kind of briefly did. So you just got to keep carefully watching and see what I'm doing, because it is kind of hard to follow at this point what I'm doing. So yeah, please be patient with this video. So your hair should look like how mine is right now, and I'm gonna fully show when I'm done. And also, I totally did not notice there was like a huge line at the side. And then I went to just fix the top because it wasn't looking right. And yeah, so after I do this, I'm going to duplicate it and put it to the other side. And it was kind of difficult to do because they're different lengths, so I'm going to show you how I fix that. So to make everything look the same, I'm using the liquefy method and stretching it out on the areas that is left out, and then I'm going to erase the excess off. And so because stretching it out kind of made the curls look weird in the middle, I'm just gonna go and fix that a little bit. And yeah, because when we start to add detail to it, like using multiply to define the curls inside the hair, it's not gonna look any different from the other side. The next step is actually simple, just doing rounded strokes on the ponytail, the middle part, and then we're going to be using a different brush called hair one that is at the bottom of the brush that we used for the curly hair pattern, and we're going to just be using straight lines on that base of the hair. So now we are done with all of that. I'm just merged down the detail layer and all the actual hair layer of the hairstyle, and then I'm using the brightness to turn it up so we can actually change the color black of the hair. And as you can see, the hair base still poking out, like the little black areas outside of it. If you can't, then you've covered the whole hair base of your mannequin, and then change the color using color balance and going on mid-tones and changing it that way to however you want the color to be for your hair. And yeah. Now I'm going on my mannequin layer, and I am just liquefying, like pushing in the hairline that I can see poking out. Hairline, well, the hair base of my mannequin that I can still see poking out a bit, and then I'm fixing that, and then I put the opacity down because I can barely see the edges, so just in case I need to fix it or anything like that. And yeah, so the next step is using, after all of this, using the airbrush to darken all the areas that needs to be darkened. I'm not going to explain it because I can't, so you're just going to have to like watch me do it. So on this part, I doing this and smudging it at the same time if I need to. Like if it looks like that, then I definitely need to like blend it in more. Then it just looks weird if I don't. Okay guys, so right now one side of your hair should look like this, and then you can start off on going on the other side. So basically how you do this is, like, each curl you should put like a shadow of darkness around it so that you can define how it looks, and that's basically what you should have caught from doing that. So this is kind of like the second to last step of this hair tutorial. My phone did not save me recording adding highlights, but that is really easy. It's actually the brush that is called glowing hair brush. You can pick any one of those and just do like little lines of highlights wherever you want around your hair. And then I do show, when I show different ways you can change the highlight color of your hair and stuff if you want to at the end. And then I kind of changed my mind of the hair color that I wanted to be more green, and that's how you see it in the thumbnail before going into this video. So yeah. At this point, I'm just going on each layer to really blend everything together properly. So this is how the hairstyle looks afterwards, after adding highlights and stuff like that. Like I said, my phone didn't record it. The last step that I always do now since yesterday is sharpen the look of my wig, because it does kind of lose some kind of detail. And yeah, and you can see the difference. It looks more better. And then another thing that I do is go on color balance and see if I want to change the way it looks a little bit more and things like that. And this is how I decided to be more green with the wig. And yeah, that's about the end of the video afterwards. I hope you liked this video. Like the video if you did, and comment down anything that you struggled with and what you want me to do next in a new video. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.